Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are around the country, around the world. Big welcome to In the Know with Peter No. As my name is Peter No, I will be your coach, your partner, your best friend, your sponsor. No, not your sponsor. Actually, I am your sponsor in so many ways. For the next hour, you're welcome to In the Know, where every Wednesday for this 1 hour, we get to chit chat, we get to pick each other's brains, we just get to talk about things that you need to know on building this business, growing this business, and actually changing your lifestyle. And for this whole month of December, I have dedicated this month, okay, everyone, again, to prepare us for 2024. I want to make sure we're talking about one of my favorite topics that I will be definitely branding, which is called the BLD, building, BLD. Okay. If you don't know what BLD stands for, it stands for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay. The B stands for building. The L stands for leveraging. And the D stands for duplicating. If you're brand new here, brand new, never been in the industry before, if you are brand new with us, learning about this business model, what I teach now here is just something that you can apply to your life. Okay. I am not teaching you energy work. This is not conscious work. This is not manifestation work. Okay. This is literally coaching work. Like I'm telling you what I do. If you like to do this and you would like to maybe save time, save money, save energy, learn structure, learn behaviors, learn ways how to structure your day, learn how to duplicate, meaning teach other people how to structure their day. That is what we call gym time. So, as we're growing through this last month of the year, I want to make sure I set up your gym time because this is how Peter runs his organization. Okay. And once you get to this level where you're running, when you have thousands of people in your tree, in your legs, do you know you have responsibility? Do you know that you might have to give up and sacrifice a couple of things in your life to get to this level? So I had to sacrifice a lot of my late night outs, party times, hanging out with certain friends that I could not learn anything from anymore because they were actually taking my time, my energy, which cost me what? Money, right? Money. So before we get into the BLD today, I'd love to talk about leveraging. Leveraging. The term is leveraging. How can we leverage LifeWave? How can we leverage leadership? And how can we leverage the LifeWave cash flow, the business model? So before I ask anyone a leveraging question, who here knows how to leverage things? Let me give you an example. Who here has a savings account? Who here has money in the savings account? Who here is earning interest on their money? You are leveraging the money, the bank, to give you more money on your money. Is that true? That's called leveraging. I am leveraging something to make something more of. Let me give you an example again. Who here watched Dr. Harmon's training on GHK? Okay, if you have not, find Dr. Harmon's recording on GHK. when you watch Dr. Harmon's video on GHK, are you leveraging his knowledge? You're leveraging. Okay, now, how many of us are LifeWave brand partners, distributors? I assume all of us. You now have a business on your phone. How many of us are texting videos and texting websites to other people on your phone? You're leveraging the phone technology to send information and bring more value to yourself because of this tool. Because you're a distributor of LifeWave. Are you leveraging the business model or the compensation plan so you can get rewarded by LifeWave? Now, how do you get rewarded by LifeWave? You have to learn skills, and then you have to talk to who? People. Who here is talking to people every day? When you're leveraging people to leverage LifeWave, does that mean you're leveraging many things to earn a living or get rewarded for doing something? Good. So do we understand kind of like what we're leveraging every day? So everyone, I want you to write this down. Last week, we talked about breakfast. So my breakfast is from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. That's 3 hours. I want you all to write this down, okay? I want you to think about this. During the first 3 hours, and everyone, who here is an early riser? Who here wakes up from 6 a.m. or 7 a.m.? Okay, good. If you wake up from 6 a.m., then you write down 6, 7, 8, 9. 6 to 9 a.m. That could be your breakfast. Does that make sense? So you just figure out what is your 3 hour increment, 3 hours. And I like to work in 3 hours of everything. So for example, if I take, I did this last week, okay? Everyone, you take a circle and you draw a pie. And then the first one you put 9, 12, 3, 6, like a clock. 6, 12, 9, 12, 3, and 6 p.m. So from 9 to 12, I call that the B. I use that B for breakfast, right? So during breakfast time, everyone, what are you doing to build your business or your brand? Does everybody understand that? What are you doing to build your business and your brand in 1 hour or 30 minutes between 9 to 12? Are you reading up? Are you making a list? Are you doing your 333 in the morning? So Yim, are you calling your friend? Hey, what have you heard about stem cells? Hey Tam, what have you heard about stem cells? What have you heard about peptides? Hey Krista, what do you know about health technology? Hey Dave, what's up, Dave from Ireland? Hey Dave, what have you heard about phototherapy? You understand? Are you making your calls, your business calls in the morning? And I know Dave is really on it now. He has a certain time, right, Dave, in the day where you're making your social media. He's leveraging technology to leverage social media to get leads, to get people to call him, right? So in the morning, what are you doing to build your business? What are you doing to build your brain? Are you reading something? Right? Are you watching Dr. Harmon's videos or on GHK? What are you doing to feed your brain? Are you eating junk food in the morning? Are you eating tortilla chips in the morning? Or are you having a smoothie? Get it? What are you building your brain? And the next thing is, what are you building your body? Okay? So your body could be like what? Taking a walk, doing yoga, walking your dog, right? If you do that every day, and again, this is to help you understand how to structure your day. For example, if you have a job, everyone, if you have a full-time job, what does that mean? You might have to be at work. For example, if you're a nail technician, a Vietnamese nail technician, right? She has to be at work at 9 a.m. all the way to 7 p.m. or 8 p.m., right? How is she going to fit in a BLD? How can she do this? How can she fit this business in her work? She has to figure out how much time she can put into anything. If she can't do an hour into building her business, she might have to only fit in 15 minutes. Does that make sense, everyone? You got to figure out what your BLD looks like, and you figure out how much time you can give to this business. That's why the first thing I always ask, how many hours can you give me? If you can only give me 5 hours a week, we got to define those hours, those time. It's like a job. The hardest thing in this business is we're teaching W-2 employees. Who here is a W-2 employee? Okay. Or you came from a W-2. If you came from a corporate job, the hardest thing is transitioning into a 1099 entrepreneur lifestyle. Do you know that? That's the hardest thing. Because a W-2 employee, you know exactly what to do. You have to do those job things. A 1099 employee, we're not your boss. I can't tell you what to do. So I have to give you a structure. Okay. So breakfast, body, brain, and business. You build it. You figure out what you want to do in that time. Lunch. Okay. Now we go to lunch. To me, lunch is from 12 to 6. You have 6 hours. Or you can do 12 to 3 or 3 to 6. It's up to you. During lunch, I want you to write down, what are you leveraging? Who are you leveraging? What are you learning? And what is your lifestyle? So leveraging, learning, lifestyle during lunch. You write down, what is your lifestyle? I want you to have a balanced life, right? So if you're learning something, for example, I'll use Dave from Ireland. He has put a lot of time to learn maybe TikTok, right, Dave? Or IG or social media. So Dave, how many hours in a week, or what do you do in a week to leverage these tools? Who are you learning from? And how much time are you putting into it? And what is your result when you just put out videos like that?
Well, what I always suggest, Peter, is, and I say this to my team all the time, to get on the calls, right? Even if you're not on the calls live, have them playing in the background. Everything is recorded. It's all there. Start building up that knowledge, even if it's subconsciously, while you're doing something else. And, you know, you're going to pick things up whether you realize it or not. And it's easy then just to shoot snippets of video. It really is, speaking about the GHK copper peptide, what it does, how it benefits you, collagen activation. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And really what I do, Peter, is I shoot short form content videos, 2-3 minute videos. That's it. And when you upload a video to one platform, it needn't be just that platform. There are tools out there where you can actually put the link of a TikTok video into the tool, and it'll download that video for you without the watermark. So you can then go and upload it to your Facebook story, your Facebook reel, your YouTube shorts, your Instagram. And from that one piece of content that it took 2 minutes to create, you can put that everywhere and literally have a call to action on that video. Like, hey, if you'd like to learn more, go ahead, hit the email me button in my bio, send me an email, and I'll send you over all the studies, the patents, and I'll give you an invite to our community. That's literally my call to action. And I have people sending me emails every single day.
Wow, we might have to have you on and train that specifically. But what Dave is saying is that he has invested a certain amount of time to learn certain things about social media platforms. That 1 hour that he leveraged that tool, or that he leveraged that software or that video, right, Dave? And that 1 hour of leverage, when he learns that, he blasts this out to the ether. And because he's leveraging this tool and he knows specifically in that period of time during lunch or something, let's just call it lunch, he wants to put in that 1 hour or 2 hours to learn that. But that 1 or 2 hours is going to bring him 1 or 2 or 10 or 20 or 50 leads.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
I'll just add to that as well, Peter, that, you know, a lot of people I see start making video and they quit after a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks. It was about 30 days in before I started generating leads. And then one of my videos went viral. I got about 20,000 views and generated 50, 60 leads in a day. But it took about 30 days of putting out content to get to that stage. So if you are going to do something like that, just like Peter always says, just be consistent, put the time in every single day.
So it's almost the same thing, right, Dave? If you say, I want to go to the gym and I saw your push-up challenge, right? You give that, you got to be consistent. It doesn't matter what you do. But if you decide to do it constantly, constantly, constantly. And I think now, Dave, I think that's the hardest thing for the average person to do, is just to consistently do the same thing. And that's why we always teach the 3-3-3, everyone, because it cannot get overwhelming. It cannot get to a point where like you're just like, oh, I can't do this. This is too much for me now. I'm lazy, I'm tired, or I don't want to follow up because it's not systemized in a way. You gotta just go to the gym. You gotta make these videos. And even myself, Dave, right now, after this December vacation, I'm gonna sit my butt down and every day I'm gonna make one video, right? Just one video every single day until I get this thing down too. So does everybody understand?
My thought process on that is, you know, if people see your channel and they see one video, they don't care, they don't give a crap. They see 10 videos, they don't care. But if they see 100 videos that you've done for the last 3 months, then they start to pay attention.
Yes. And it shows another thing. When people see you, everyone, when they see you living life, when they see you excited, when they see another energy of you, they might see it one time, okay. But if they continuously to see you happy for 30 days, 60 days, and 90 days, do you think something might scratch in their head one time and go, I'm a private message Dave. I want to know what he's going on. I want to know what's something different about what's going on in his life. Does that make sense, everyone? That now is going to be added to your daily build. So in the morning now, when you know what you want to build, you throw that out there. You leverage that out there. So for Dave, he had to take some time. He leveraged technology. How many of us here have a mentor or a bodybuilder or a workout buddy? Okay, if you don't have like a real personal one, find them. Okay, leverage a workout buddy. Okay, and if you don't have one, I can be one for a minute or two, but I got a lot of workout buddies I got to take care of. Okay, so just know I'm here for you, but I'm here from you as you need me. Okay, so but just know there are so many bodybuilders here. Okay, so today's topic is more again on leverage. Since we're on this topic, how many minutes? Oh wow, we got plenty of time today. We're gonna go good. We're gonna go deep. Okay. I want to talk about leveraging the cost of doing this business and really the potential. And what does that mean? Because sometimes we talk about earning income. We talk about making money, but I don't think it really resonates with someone what residual income really means as far as earning income and how powerful really that $50 extra or that $50 a day extra really means to someone. Because in our Asian community, I'm going to be very transparent, okay? In our Asian community, the Asians always think they have to put out more money to make money. Let me repeat that again. In our Asian community, they always think in the network marketing that they actually have to put out a lot of money to make money. For example, if you tell them it only costs you $500 to join, sometimes that does not process in their mind. But if you tell them it costs $5,000 to join, then they kind of pique their interest more. Is that kind of weird? Where do you think that comes from? Can anybody answer me where that mindset comes from?
Past experiences with companies?
It's called the traditional way of doing business, where you know, before you make $1, you might have to invest $100,000. It comes from, I need to own a business. The traditional way of doing business is always the traditional mom and pops, or the traditional way of investing to get something back. Who here understands and believes that? Now, again, we're going into network marketing. What does network marketing mean? A net. Does everybody understand what a net is? A net is a net of people that you have to work together. That's why it's called a network of people. You're working together. What are you networking a group of people together with? You're networking, you're bringing and you're attracting a group of people that are on the same mindset and thinking the same way. For example, if Dave and I played for a soccer team, we're on the same team. We're on the soccer team. What do you think our mindset is every day? Playing soccer together. If Dave and I are on a tennis team, what do you think we're playing on? Tennis team together to win a championship against each other. A soccer team, we're playing against other teams. Now, if we're in a network marketing company together, what is our main mindset? Helping people together using the same technology that we all have in our hands. So all we're really doing is we're networking together to educate people on technology. And we're trying to find people on the same mindset and influence them or inspire them to make the same decision as you. Damn, that sounded pretty good. Who here got that? That's networking. Same thing as playing soccer together, same thing as playing bowling together, same thing as working for the government together, same thing as working for a cruise ship together. It's just a bunch of people doing the same thing. Now, why is LifeWave today a very attractive opportunity? Because it's the first time a lot of people can get together and get excited about a technology that no other people have. That's called exclusivity. We have exclusive. And now, because we're one of a kind product, one of a kind technology, that can help you attract other people that want the same thing. Now, what holds the glue together? It's our culture and our compensation plan. It's the culture and the compensation plan. What holds our teams together, everyone? It's our leadership. Does that make sense? Now, what makes one team more successful than another team? and another team and another team and another team. It's integrity. It's transparency. Everything starts from the top down. Top down. So if you, I hate to say this, okay, everyone, this is network marketing. We're not each other's boss. We can't tell each other what to do. We can only inspire each other to give each other time and energy. Does that make sense? But you choose who is the right energy for you or not. Because there are leaders here. And when I say leader, it means a leader is just someone that has people following them. You can be an awesome leader and you can also be a bad leader. You know what I mean? What is a bad leader? A bad leader is doing something that they wouldn't do themselves, but they're practicing bad behaviors. But because people are innocent, they don't know. They might have people following bad leaders because that's they don't know. Does that make sense? So we just want to try to protect as much as possible to have good behaviors so a lot of us can outgrow those bad things. Okay? Does that make sense? Okay, so if you're, and I hate to say this, the only time I have this is really with my Asian groups. Sorry, Asians. Sorry, my Vietnamese. I love you. I love you. Okay, but my Asian groups just have a hard time because of the past history of maybe the country or the war or the past programming of what has happened, because sometimes we're all individuals. Does that make sense? And in some cultures, they had to kind of be more selfish in a sense. So that's why some of the behaviors you see, I'm just talking about it, it's just different. But unfortunately, I was not born in Asia. Okay, I was born in Europe. So my mindset is what? I'm European. Okay, I'm just in an Asian body and I was just raised up in America. So I'm a mutt. But this mutt, right? So I have a whole kind of international world mindset on things, right? But my whole mindset is really, I was born, I love to give. But then when I came to America, I had to learn the Asian American culture with the Asian culture. So then I kind of learned, and I was in a barber, so I didn't learn much being in my salon. But when I got out to network marketing has truly taught me people skills. It has truly taught me how to listen and understand different cultures and different ways how things are done. Okay, I've traveled around the world because of network marketing. So I leveraged this industry to really learn more about people. Okay, so as we're going to go into this topic now, for the next 10 minutes, I just want you to know I'm going to talk about business owners and leveraging again. Okay, because we have to get this thing out of the way. You have to learn. Once in your lifetime, you're going to have to leverage people. Did you know we're in a people business, right? If you don't understand people more and learn how to navigate through there and work with people, you will never be able to build a system around it. No matter how good you are, and I'll tell you, the hardest people here are the ones that have a hard time transitioning sometimes here, are the ones that were CEOs and managers. Do you understand why? Because CEOs and managers were always used to telling people what to do. Over here, we can't do that. You can't do that. Do you know who is the most successful people here? What profession? Teachers. Teachers are the number one, the most successful people here because they understand how behaviors work and they can listen and they can coach and teach people here. So as we start our leveraging, I want you to think of yourself, you're a teacher. You're constantly educating people, okay? So let's get into this part real quick, okay? let's talk about this really quick. This is Heidi, can you see this? Okay, good. Everyone, you have to understand the cash flow quadrant with Robert Kiyosaki. Okay, I want to make sure now. If you're an employee, everyone, raise your hand if you have a job, like physically have a job. You have to check in somewhere. Okay, Dorothy, a couple people, right? When you have a job, you physically know that you're just trading time for money. That's it. Let's get straight to it. When I talk to someone that has a job, right away, I want to know, are you sick and tired of your job? I want to know, do you want to fire your boss? I want to know, are you ready to transition or be your own boss one day? I don't care how much they love their job, because I can tell you, everyone says they love their job, but once you ask them, can you walk away from your job for 1 month or 2 months and you still have that job? They can't say no. That's the same thing as self-employed. Who here knows someone who's self-employed on this call today? Who's self-employed? Who owns their own restaurant, dry cleaners, beauty salon? Who owns their mechanic? Who's their own tax accountant? Who is their own boss? Same thing again. You're going to trade time for money, especially for the Vietnamese nail people. Even if they own a beauty nail salon, they still are trading time for money because they cannot walk away from that salon. So the only difference between an employee and a self-employed is that self-employed, if you're the boss, you're the boss. No one's telling you what to do. But if you can't walk away because you don't have a right manager and a right system, and you can't walk away from your own business for 90 days and it won't be ruined, you don't have a business. You have a job. So let's talk about business owner, where the business owner, you own a system. Income does not depend on your active work. You see that in the middle? People work with you equals money. Now, when I'm off to Asia and I'm not on a podcast call, do we have more leaders taking over the podcast call? Heidi, is that called a system?
Yes, Peter, that's a good system.
Why is that such a great system?
Because it's duplicatable, and you've been teaching people how to be leaders, and those leaders become leaders and step in, allowing you opportunity to help others in different ways, such as small group, etc.
Correct, because when I am not responsible to be the main person for you to earn an income, and other people, you see the people right here, everyone? Other people are taking over, and we're all making money together because everyone understands what to do, when to do it, just like a business. Correct, Heidi? Now, if you don't have this, Heidi, for example, you're an independent distributor, right, Heidi?
Yes.
You have to take care of your dad. You sold your house. You're going through a life change. But because you decided years ago to participate and build a business, a true business, even though you have not walked away yet, but you're leveraging other people and other systems, and every day you're plugging into a system, correct?
That's correct.
And because of every second that you're putting into the system and you're learning how to identify people, but in this system, do you see people coming into your business every day?
I do, not every day, but consistently. I stay consistent.
Good. Now, all those people that come in, are they being trained with a system?
Yes.
Now, every day, whether you're earning money or not, do you see points accumulate?
I see money and points accumulate.
Does that mean you're growing every day?
I am.
Are you leveraging people every day?
I try my best.
Good. So you have only 8 hours in a day to do whatever you want, right?
True.
But you leverage that 8 hours and you're earning more points and more money than an average 8-hour person, correct?
I'm getting there.
Yes, you are. Okay, so does everybody understand what I just said? Does that make sense for you to understand a business model where you're learning about people, and then that will convert into points, and then points will convert into money? Now, Heidi, how much does this business cost you to operate?
You mean startup or per month?
How much did it cost you to start this business when you came in?
I started out with a silver packet, $299.95 plus tax and shipping.
So for $299, Heidi, you plugged into a company where you got products out from that $299. You got a free website, you got a free app, you get free training, you get David Schmidt for free. You don't have to come up with the patents, you don't come up with the customer service, you don't have to worry about the shipping, you don't have to worry about the SKU, you don't have to worry about fulfilling products, nothing. And you joined us for $299. And how much did it cost you every month to maintain this business of yours?
Well, being that I have over 3 customers, they actually pay for my 110 PV per month. But if I was to pay for that, it would be about 117 out the door for 1x39 per month to keep me active.
So everyone, your personal consumption is teaching you how to leverage a business where in the future you can earn more money than you're spending. Who here has earned $50 on cycling this week already? Raise your hand. Did that, and who here made over $100 this week already? Raise your hand. Who here earned $150 already? Raise your hand this week. Did that 150, Dave, pay for your auto ship already, your business?
Absolutely.
There you go, everyone. Now, how does it feel? And how do you appreciate something that is so simple, but sometimes we don't talk about it enough because we don't understand the power of leverage. Now, once you make enough money from people, then you can take your money and you can become an investor one day. But an investor, to me, my whole investment, I love investing in people. People is called a perpetual market. People will always bring back people. And if you're in a networking concept, that will create residual income. Once you do that, then you can buy back your time. So, for example, I will give you an example. I used to be a hairstylist, a barber. I used to run 4 salons in my 20s. Everybody, do you know who gets their nails done? Do you see all the nails from the Vietnamese nail salons? All right. Terry gets it done. Karen gets it done. Okay. People get it. Dorothy gets it done. So when you walk into all the Vietnamese salons, right? That's what I used to do. Okay. Now, for the Vietnamese, I'll call it the Vietnamese culture. If a Vietnamese person wants to break out of that salon and one day not working there, because do you think everybody wants to work there 6-7 days a week smelling the chemicals every day? No, they don't want to do that. But what if they can work 4 days a week, or maybe 3 days a week, right? If they learn how to use this business, maybe they sit there maybe for the first 6 months and just send out a bunch of text, send out a bunch of videos to their colleagues, to their customers. And then slowly they start using this, leveraging our tools. And then one day, what if they can start earning an extra $50 a day, $100 a day, or $200 a day? And then all of a sudden they start making more money from this business than actually doing nails every day. When you get to that point, what do you think you have to do now? You have to make a decision. I had to make that decision, but I did it the wrong way. I was so sick and tired of cutting hair, I just quit, which is the worst thing to do. You cannot do that, okay? You cannot just sell your salons and walk away with no income and going into a whole industry and not knowing what you're doing and making no money, and then you go into debt. You don't want to do that, okay? No. And I wish my uplines told me that, because they didn't care, because they wanted all my time and they want me to go all in because they're making all that money and volume points from me. They don't care if I was going into debt, but I care about you. I don't want you to go into debt. I want you to have a balanced transition out of this, right? So saying this, where now in the world can you leverage something that takes little money and it takes some time from you, and now you can leverage, and one day you will leverage yourself. You're going to learn yourself out of your situation, and you're going to learn how to build, leverage, and duplicate every day out of something. Does that make sense? If I did it, if Kathy Snyder, who's a hairstylist, who did it, if there's Jan Rand who did it, does that make sense? If everybody slowly kind of did it, don't you think one day you can do it too? Right? And I wanted to dedicate this time here. Again, I want you to understand leveraging, okay? That's all we're going to do now. So we have 15 minutes left. I want to ask anyone here, what did you get out of it? Or actually, no, we only have a few minutes left. Let me do this. Let me recognize a couple people first, because we do have some people I love to recognize, and maybe we can hear how they built their business, okay, and how long it took. So maybe I'll call on our newest presidential directors. I think we have 2 of them on here. I will start with Corrine. Corrine, are you here with us real quick? You can unmute yourself.
Hi, Peter.
Hi, Corrine. I know you're a little shy, but you're our newest presidential director. So huge congratulations. Can you share with our audience here just a minute or two, like, who are you and how did LifeWave change your life? How did you learn through this whole process here to get you where you are today?
So I work for the state, for the government, and I retired after 33 years. I've always been interested in natural health, keeping myself healthy. I'm like 70 years old, and I never wanted to be on medication, have any kind of surgeries, and so far so good. So I'm always looking for wellness products. And I got to know.
Did she drop off? Okay.
She just froze, Peter.
Okay.
Oh, she's back. There she is.
Good. We can hit mute one more time, Corrine. Yeah, okay. There you go.
So anyway, when I learned about this, my sponsor was Peter Sterling from Sedona. And he immediately got Beanie Casey on the phone with
technical difficulties.
And so what I did was I just got onto Peter's podcast, Peter Marcy's podcast. This is how I learned. I just got on and I listened to all the testimonials. And a lot of times I was so moved by the testimonials that I would cry, and it was just amazing. And then people started asking me, wow, you look better. Your mom looks better. We're all looking better and we're feeling better, doing so much more. Then Beanie noticed that, I was starting to sign up people, and she just took me under her wings and she started mentoring me. But really what she taught me was, you need to plug into the system. You need to be consistent. You need to do these certain things. And so I got on the podcast, but I also did the Saturday trainings. And I have to say, Peter is just the the most fantastic trainer. If I couldn't watch it live, I would watch his recordings. And Peter Marcy, they're like awesome trainers. And the thing I like about this team is everybody has heart. They just come from the heart and care about everybody else. It's just incredible. And I can't even believe that I made presidential because I am at all. But yeah, it was because of the training that I got from our leaders, and it's just amazing. But so thank you, Peter.
So Corinne, I mean, you're retired now. You've had a government job, so you understood structures on a high level, management level. How different is this lifestyle, this residual income lifestyle now? But you're retired already, so you already have residual income coming from your retirement. But how is this one so different? I just want people to understand and feel, the lifestyle of it.
So when I worked really hard. I worked overtime. I would work like until the evening. So I would be working like 10 hours a day, and I never got compensated. I would go in on the weekends, just because I was that kind of person. I was a supervisor. And I really never made that much money. But with this Lifeway company, I just can't believe the kind of income it's generating for me. And so my lifestyle now, I can do so many more things that I've always had on my bucket list, and I'm able to help my grandchildren. They're going to college. I mean, whatever it is, I can be so much more generous. I love to patch people, and I gift a lot. But it's just changed my lifestyle totally. And I'm very, very grateful for this company.
Wow. So everyone, do you get to feel now what a little bit of a lifestyle, even for our retired partners here? And we have tons. I mean, thing that touches me here about this community is how cool is it to get a second chance in life where we're in a mature body, a mature mind, but our bodies are reversing and we get to relive our youth again. Isn't that priceless right there? Just to relive our youth, or to be able to work with our seniors, but teach our juniors. And I'll give you an example. Like, thank you, Corinne. That meant a lot. I'll give you an example. One of Sally and Dave. So David is our brand new PD. Also, Sally, who does all our printing. Their son just turned 23, and he just had an account turned on. And we're so excited for this young man because now he gets to have a whole future ahead of him, and he has like 1.5 million points on one leg already, which now he gets to, see what a millionaire feels like. Even those are points, but if you convert that into money, that is worth millions of dollars in the future. So do you see what kind of an impact we're making by leveraging each other every day in this program? So thank you, Corinne. We're going to see you next year and celebrate and see you at SPD very soon. So Karen, would you like to share with us a few minutes also? And Karen's also our newest presidential director. She has gone through so many health challenges. She's done a lot of things like in her life, but I think this has been her pinnacle here, and she's fought nail and tooth to get here. So can you share with us, Karen, for just a few minutes, what has made your difference in your build here, and what are you seeing?
Sure, Peter, thank you. The first thing that really made a difference was the product. Okay. And listening to Peter and taking the 90-day challenge in the beginning, because I didn't quite understand how it was going to help me, and Peter knew how it would. So learning the product and how it helped me and keeping space with the product and my healing took me to a place of understanding of how I could help other people and how I really could do this. I wasn't ready to do the business in the beginning, but I paid attention and I plugged in anyway, so that in case I did make that decision, I was prepared. And so I think, even with speed bumps that I had, whether they be health or personal, I didn't quit. If I didn't have anybody really responding to me right away about the product or wanting to use the product, I didn't quit. I didn't tune out. I took that time to reinvest in myself and do that self-development and the growth of what I learned, so that when they did come along, I was prepared. I had the confidence. So I learned a lot about timing. I learned a lot about people. Like you said, this is an industry, Peter, where you learn about people, and we are all so different. And that is really, truly a beautiful thing, a beautiful thing. We complement each other, and we can pivot and, learn from each other. So I stayed heart-centered. I challenged myself. I grew. I stayed in activities, both live and online. I wanted to become the mentor that I was looking for in the previous things that I had done. So I think when I stayed plugged in and I didn't quit and I didn't stop and I kept the connection to the product, then I was more connected to the business. I was more connected to my mentors. In a nutshell, I got to a point where I just listened to Peter so much. And I did come to you for some extra help and leverage, because I was struggling with my brain and some things. And I appreciate you for taking that time for me and seeing me. But when I finally sunk in, I plugged in more. I dumbed it down. I was so confused and overwhelmed. And one day, I think not in these words, but Peter pretty much said to me, listen, just shut up and listen. It's not that hard. Plug in, grow, learn, make managers make managers. The rest will fall into place. And I didn't get so overwhelmed. I understood then, because I didn't understand the language of MLM before. I didn't do any of that. But I calmed down. I listened to Peter, and I really listened. I took all the other chaos out and I put in some steps. I picked the people that resonated with me in learning. I tried to be on live. I picked 3 in the beginning. I dedicated my time and myself to that. And then I filled in the nooks and crannies with recordings and with being out in front of people, introducing myself, the product, and how I could help them heal. I stayed in a healing place. And once I was able to help people heal, they asked me, how can I heal financially? How can I do more with this? How can I share? And so I think that's all the things that kind of happened. It happened organically. I didn't really have a plan. But it fell into place, and probably within the last year and a half, because the first year I really took to heal. So don't give up on yourselves or anybody else. Timing's everything. And just stay present with everyone in the learning. And
Well,
I'm grateful. Thank you. Thank you, Peter. Your calls are huge for me.
Well, thank you, Karen, for using them, learning from them, building on them. And again, what I got out of Karen is, sometimes you just have to take care of yourself. You have to be stronger yourself, so then you can be stronger for others. And then along the way, as you learn about people, and you're just going to find your tribe as you go, okay? And then you make yourself stronger, and then you are the leader of your own groups. But there are so many layered leadership here, layered, okay? It's layered because, again, we are so strong as a whole, but things are becoming layered because we're just so big, okay? So Karen, thank you for sticking around and really just becoming so strong yourself. And now you're going to lead your teams to the next level, which is SPD and above. Okay. So, last one, I just want to do a shout out to Shari. I know she's always cooking. She is our brand new senior presidential director, everyone, since she's on the call here. I always see her cooking, and this is what I want to say, like within the, Karen, Shari, Corrine, Shari, you can unmute yourself and share something, but I just want you to look at them. Sometimes we look at network marketing and we feel like sometimes you have to be a superstar or like somebody so big, and it's not. Okay, it's not. It's the average person that makes up the whole gang. Okay, now are there's gonna be superstar quarterbacks? Of course, there's always. But one thing about our community, and again, we're at 93 now. By December, we will be at 100 SPDs, PDs, and EDs. So Shari and Corrine and Karen and everyone we're going to acknowledge this weekend on Saturday, you're just adding to that cherry. But I want to know who's that 100th person in December, okay? So, but Shari, can you just close out our call? What have you learned in the last couple years here? What do you see, and how has it changed your life?
I just love you, Peter. Everyone loves you. This community, this company, everyone says the same thing. This is such a diamond company. Being in the health industry, I love the patches. I too, in the beginning, sloughed somebody off, and then Annie DeCoker is my, and they're on up, Amy and Bob. It's just been consistent and fun, and I've been out of the country chefing, and I lose kind of contact with my immediate team, but then Annie and everybody else steps in. So, I've gone up and down, and now I didn't even know I had SPD until I was checking. But I tell you what, I follow the system as best I can, and I do a prayer every day. And I ask to bless and be blessed. And I'll go out when I'm doing events. I want to talk to 4 or 5 people, God, just who is it that I need to talk to? And that's how it worked. 2 months, I want to rank up, whatever it is. And then my team, we did a manager promotion. And so I just kept pushing, you guys, you can do this. Look, whatever we need to do, manager, and director, let's do it together. And Patricia Allende, she takes care of all the Spanish people, and she's just cranking. So I'm so grateful to her. She isn't always on these calls because she's like working with the Spanish group. So I give kudos to the team. This is what this is about: teamwork, framework. And I've never made this kind of money in a company like this. Just having fun.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Shari is leveraging her uplines. She's leveraging the comp plan. She's leveraging the system. Does everybody now today, Shari, do you know how you got here? Because you leveraged everything except for so, but it's so fun to see everyone. It's just so fun to see individuals that have been here, that are having fun, that are just learning and just growing. And I don't know, I don't care if you're the cheerleader. I don't care if you're a customer or a builder or a bodybuilder here. I just want to say, each one of you, every single sleeve that comes out of everyone every month, you're part of something. Does that make sense? Whether we're starting the Spanish groups, the Asian groups, the European groups, the Canadian groups, this is a worldwide phenomenon, okay? And we're building an international brand. So What a call today. Next week, we're going to be talking about duplication. I will be in Mexico, so I'll be doing a call in Mexico. So don't ask me what I'm doing in Mexico. I'm just going to be in Mexico. So just kidding. I want to have some fun with my leaders there. I'm also getting ready for Korea. Okay, everyone. So we're working on our Korean website, our Korean system. We're finishing up our Vietnamese website and our Vietnamese system. And just don't ask me why I'm in charge for other Asians, because I'm an Asian, so I have to do all this stuff. But as you can see, our American system is almost finalized. This system is just taking over the world now. Okay, so huge congratulations to each one of you, whoever graduated this month. This Saturday, we will be doing a recognition call and a comp plan call. We're going to go deep dive into generational match, how much it really affects people on the gen match. Okay, so last thing, who here had the biggest November ever in their career, in their build out? Okay, if you like what you see, this will be like this forever. I'm just letting you know. Every November, December, it will always be the biggest month of your whole year. Whatever you make in November, December is going to be your normal next year and the year after. Does that make sense? So we always grow every 90 days. Whatever you're growing 1%, 10%, or 100%, just never, ever go backwards, okay? Just don't go backwards. That's all that matters. So there's going to be a lot of events. Next week, there's going to be a promotion. Just, I'm winking at you. I can't tell you what it is. Prepare for next week. And let's get through the December time. Let's learn this. And I'll see you all soon. Love you all. See you. Tonight, there's no beauty call, okay? David will be on. No beauty call every first Wednesday of the month. So I'll see you next week, okay, in Mexico. Bye, everybody.
Thank you. God bless you. Bye.
Hey, Peter, I could not get on David's call today at all. It would not open up. Oh, never mind. I text you. I remember.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Leverage our tools. Leverage our information. Bye, everyone.